Lisboa approach, good evening, German 455, on course to Portugal for the final approach, 3,000 feet. Germanwings 455, Madeira Protocol, confirm that you are starting the procedure. Second, please, Germanwings 455. Germanwings 455, confirm you are starting the procedure. Confirm, Germanwings 455. Germanwings 455, report visual with the field. Wind check from Madeira, whose value is 060 degrees 9 knots, touchdown 070 degrees 8 knots. Roger, Germanwings 455.
You confirm the notice, 1609 already checked.
Yeah, 1609, visual control, overnight, radio 5.
Notice on the weather, 1609, studied also 116, reaching out in Boeing, request our request in Beja, and shelter, penalty 17.
Yeah, 1609, information African H1020, break with Madeira, the against 2 watch scope 4730.
Roger, good to Madeira, and shelter against Jingle with the patch, information of the current and the H1020, correcting 4720. Airspace 1609.
Yeah, 1609, feedback correct. Germanwings 455, confirmed field inside. Runway inside, Germanwings 455. Germanwings 455, wind at horizon 060 degrees 9 knots, touchdown 070 degrees 8 knots, runway 05, correct 1. Clear to land 05, Germanwings 455.
Ready for push tactics, so 1609.
Yeah, 1609, confirm stand number, please.
So number also 116, 1609.
Yeah, 1609 in position, 116, push and start approach facing south.
Push and start approach facing south, 1609, obrigado.
Lisboa control, boa noite. Danubius 028 is at airport Beja, stand 14, requesting clearance to push back and start up.
Danubius 028, visual control, heading you very, very well, sir. Please check your comm.
So 1609.
Yeah, 1609, 92 point 03, via Alpha and Micro 185 approved.
Então, dia vai alta, Mike, eu posso dizer com a questão, efetivamente.
Bogdan?
I don't know, I'm checking to see why you hear me so bad.
Yeah, because I hear in the TeamSpeak, I hear you very, very okay, but in the squawk box or FSN, I don't know what are you using, it seems a little low and with a little of background noise.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm not wearing my headset. I put my headset and maybe it will be fine.
Okay.
VATEUD control radio check, Danubius 028. VATEUD control, Danubius 028 is at Beja Airport, stand 14, requesting clearance for pushback and startup. Standing by, Danubius 028. Fly level 115, Danubius 028. Fly level 110, sir, Danubius 028. Ready to copy clearance, Danubius 028. Clear to Faro, runway 01 left, QNH 1018, after departure climbing to flight level 60, squawk 4766, Danubius 028. 4766. Push us.
German 455, welcome to Madeira, taxi to stand Alpha 11, bye bye.
01 left.
Good, Alpha 11, German 455, bye bye. 1609 identified, continue climb flight level 370 is clear.
370 is clear,
Beja control, Danubius 028, ready to taxi to the runway 01 left.
Danubius 008 passes loading point runway 01 left via runway 01 enter runway 01 right and Charlie and follow runway 01 right next track route to Golf 1.
Taxi to runway 01 right on Charlie, Danubius 028.
Portugal 1609, 1 able, resume navigation direct to window.
Navigation direct to window.
Danubius 028, wind Beja 320 degrees 13 knots, runway 01 left, clear for takeoff. Danubius 028, Lisboa control.
Winds copied, clears for takeoff, Danubius 028.
Okay, Bogdan, are you?
Yes.
Did you start the takeoff now? Just hold position a little bit.
I didn't understand. To start what?
I'm asking if you just start the takeoff roll. Just hold position a little bit, please.
I'm holding position. I didn't start.
Okay. Just confirm that your scenery has runway 01 left and runway 01 right.
Yes. This is 01 right now.
Yeah, but you are clear for takeoff on runway 01 left. Confirm that we acknowledge that transmission.
Yes, but when I request taxi clearance, you told me the holding point 01 right. So I suppose that.
I understand now. Now I said taxi to holding point runway 01 left via runway 01 right, because in Beja we use runway 01 right as a taxiway. Okay.
I understand.
We backtrack the runway and so on. So I will taxi you.
I will
to
taxi.
runway 01 left. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Danubius 028, taxi to holding point runway 01 left via Golf 1, advise ready for departure.
Taxi to holding point runway 01 left. Number 028. Sure.
Danubius 028, confirm ready for departure.
Ready for departure, Danubius 028.
Danubius 028, winds from Beja 34, winds from Beja variable between 310 and 020 at 9 knots, runway 01 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Danubius 028. LPBJ. Let's do it. Beja Boa control, Danubius 028 is airborne.
Danubius 028 identified. Continue climb flight level 060 on runway heading.
Climbing to flight level 060 on runway heading. Danubius 028.
Danubius 028, turn right heading 100.
Turning right heading 100, Danubius 028.
We are starting to serve hot food. Could you please extend your tray table and lift your seat to the upright position?
Danubius 028, continue climb flight level 100.
Continue climbing to flight level 110, Danubius 028.
Lisboa control, hello, Charlie X Alpha 752 with you.
Charlie X-ray Alpha 752, visual control, good evening, squawk 4713.
Say squawk again, please.
Charlie X-ray Alpha 752, squawk 4713.
Roger, squawk 4713.
Danubius 028, resume all navigation, direct to XAPAS.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now safe to use your portable electronic devices.
Please say again the next waypoint, sir. Danubius 028.
Danubius 028, direct to XAPAS, X-ray Alpha, Papa Alpha Sierra.
Direct XAPAS. Danubius 028.
Charlie X-ray Alpha 752, identified flight level 360, expected vectors for ILS approach runway 03, proceed direct Hotwicks.
Roger, direct to Orbix.
XAPAS.
Danubius 028, confirm standard pressure 1013.
Sir, I have a pressure 1019 at this level. Danubius 028.
Danubius 028, check standard pressure 1013, please.
Standard pressure 1013 checked. Danubius 028.
Danubius 028, continue descent to 2000 feet.
Descend to 2000 feet, Danubius 028.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated until we have stopped.
Danubius 028, turn right heading 260, clear for Airbase approach runway 28.
Turning right, heading 260, cleared for Airbase approach runway 28, Danubius 028. ILS for runway 28 established, Danubius 028.
Danubius 028, winds from Faro 320 degrees north north, runway 28, clear to land.
Clear to land, Danubius 028.
Next to the cockpit there, Portugal, 162
Excellent management, thank you. Welcome back.
So we go.
Lights low. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Lights low. First set. Well, that's what I call a rough landing. Knots. 60 knots.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Beja approach. Danubius 02 has landed. Runway vacated.
Runway 028, welcome to Faro. Taxi to stand 24 via Bravo.
Taxiing to stand 24 via Bravo.
We have
Danubius
arrived
02.
at our destination. On behalf of the captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us and hope you will join us again.
1169, visual control is closing soon, monitoring common to the decimal rate, continuação de voo.
Pronto, já vamos decimais, muito obrigado por essa questão, aqui pelo menos.
Visual control, Danubius 028 is at the gate deboarding, requesting permission to close flight, sir.
Danubius 028, request change approved. See ya.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. So before ending the session, I will just make a little quick talk to you, okay?
Yes, of course.
To set other things. Okay, do you see this matter that I put on the TeamSpeak channel?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Okay, can you just read it for me? Decode it?
Yes, so at Beja airport, at
So it's Beja, the first one, the ECOW. Then the first segment of numbers
is the time,
correct.
Zulu time. Then
Exactly.
then is the direction of the wind. Then is the power that the wind blows in knots.
Correct.
Then it's this KVOC. I don't know exactly what it is. I mean I know, but I don't know how to say it.
Okay, it's cab okay. It's ceiling and visibility okay. In the most common way to say you, so you can understand. Basically, there is no ceiling, there is no clouds, and the sky.
So it's clear sky.
Clear. Yeah, not clear sky totally, okay? Because if you want to get deep in what is cab okay, you want to search in the Wikipedia or something like that, because.
Yes.
It can be some clouds at a definite ceiling of 5 kilometers of the airport, but for the most common and for the P1 rating, basically the sky is good. Okay, I just want to you know that. Okay.
Yes, I know that KVOC is okay, but I didn't know how to say it.
Okay.
Okay, then it's the temperature.
Correct.
And then it's the QNH, this means the pressure in hectopascals.
Okay, and after the temperature, we have a slash, and it's 10, what it is?
I think it's how the temperature feels, I think.
Yeah, it's the dew point. Okay?
Dew point.
Yeah. Well, this is a matter. It's a meteorological weather information from the airports. And do you know what is a TAF, a terminal area forecast? What is?
Terminal area forecast.
It's a TAF.
A TAF.
I'll put here, stand by.
No, I don't know what a TAF is, to be correct.
Yeah, no problem. This is not required for the P1, just making a small check here.
Yes, I'm all ears and I really like to know. So
I'm checking here the Google to can give you a TAF at the moment.
to be sure, as a pilot, to say correct, when I'm setting up the VMC, I'm entering there the winds and the temperature, and setting up the squawk That is what I do mostly.
Yeah. Well, the TAF means Terminal Area Forecast. And the main difference, and Bogdan, if you later on VATSIM you enroll as a ADC and not a pilot, I am sure that all your mentors will do that question for you. What is the great difference between a mentor and the TAF?
And a TAF,
It's
yes.
important because in my exam as a senior controller, and the senior controller is a very high standard of the ADC, this
Yes.
question appears on the exam, and I like all pilots on VATEUD please know that, because the TAF is a provision, okay?
A provision in the future.
Exactly, that's the point. And the METAR is observation, okay? METAR is an observation of time 10, correction, of day 10 at 200 Zulu. And this TAF was issued from Lisboa at day 10, time 1700 Zulu. And it will be valid for 9 hours, okay?
I understand. So it's possible the weather to change in the future, so it's better to know that reading the TAF, right?
Right. Reading just the TAF, if you follow me, I will read it for you because it's
Yes.
a little tricky. So it's TAF from Lisboa Airport, Lima Papa Papa Tango, that was issued at day 1700 Zulu. Between the day 10 at 18 Zulu and day 11 at 24 Zulu, the wind should be forecasted to be 340 degrees 15 knots, the visibility cap okay, and there is a probability of 40% that temporarily between that period that goes from 10:08 Zulu to 11:24 Zulu, the wind will go greater of 340 degrees, 340, 20 knots, gusting 30 knots, okay?
Yes, I understand. So in that period, it's possible the winds to change, and this TAF tells you that to know if you
Yeah.
have, let's say, if you have a long flight to say, and you depart in Eastern Europe and want to go to Portugal, it's better to know the TAF. I understand.
Exactly. That's the point. And if you just have access to the TAF, it's just Google. It's TAF LPBJ, TAF Lima Romeo Oscar Papa, and the TAF of Romania will appear. Okay.
Yes, yes. I'm
The
searching.
biggest point here is, oh my God, what is that numbers? Because the pilots look, oh my God, so many numbers, I will not understand that. The biggest point here is to know what is the between period. So it's day 10 at 18 Zulu and day 11 24 Zulu. Between this period of time, you will see on the right what will happen here. Okay.
Yes, I didn't know till now, so it's good information, because if I let's say if I read it by myself before, maybe I didn't give so much importance, but I know now I know from you. So thank you very much for this information.
Yeah, no problem. And just other things to discuss. And this is other controller question. What is the main difference between a flight level and an altitude? So, because you fly on the VATSIM and you always hear the controllers climb to flight level 320, climb to flight level 60, but on the approach controllers sometimes they say descend to 4,000 feet, and why they don't say descend to flight level 040? It's not the same thing?
Probably not, but I don't know why.
Okay, when you hear a controller descend to altitude 4,000 feet, this means you are on the approach segment and you are below the transition level. Okay.
So
you use the QNH as the airport. Okay. Every time you hear the word altitude, use it in that mind. Okay, at an altitude I can't be on standard QNH. I must be on the QNH of the airport, okay?
So to understand correct, to let me know if I understand correctly. Correct. When you are on approach, that means you already set your QNH for that airport, and then the approach ATC will tell you descend to this altitude, not this flight level. Flight levels are when you are over the transition level.
Correct. And the flight levels, you always fly a flight level at 1013, okay?
After the transition level, you have to change your pressure to 1013. You know, in the flight, you asked me if my pressure is correct, but because I think you saw me a little bit higher or lower.
A little bit below. I think
Below.
it was 100 feet below.
Yes, because probably my computer didn't change the pressure automatically.
Yeah.
I had to change it by myself.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And you always have to tune the QNH on the altimeter, correct?
Yes, but I based on my computer, and I don't know why after 10,000 feet the computer didn't change it. So that's why.
Yeah. Okay.
And the
Yeah.
simulator always advised me, be sure you're not on the correct QNH. So this.
Yeah, I understanding that message, but the person in charge to make that the adjustment is you, Bogdan, okay? Because in the airfield, before departure, you put if you find the 737-800 new generation, you have a button that says QNH or something like that, and you have to calibrate it before departure, okay?
Yes, I always calibrate that.
Okay.
Always I do.
Just to confirm.
No. When joining VATSIM, the pressure it is felt by the simulator, and sometimes it tells me, sometimes not. But I always look. I have a FSINN, and I'm looking at the weather, at the METARs from the departure, and to check if what ATC is telling me is correct. Always do.
Okay, no problem. So, to make a little review, when we take off from the airport, when we are an outbound flight, we pass the transition altitude, and when past the transition altitude, we set the QNH as 1013. And after passing the transition altitude, the controller will no longer use the term altitude, will use always flight level, okay?
Okay, so from now on, I will check that manually.
Yeah, and when you descend, when you are arriving to the airport, when you pass the transition level, the control will no longer descend to flight level 30. The control will always descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 1015. And the most controllers just tell you the QNH one time, and it was in the first altitude assign, let's say. I said to you before, Danubius 028 descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1020, and you read back correctly. But in the next descent, I will not give the QNH since I gave you before. I will just say Danubius 028 descend to 3,000 feet.
Yes,
Okay.
So if I don't adjust the QNH at the first speech, that means when you tell me to descend lower, it's possible for me to not descend to that level and to be a problem. So I must set when I descend, I must set the QNH for the arrival. I understand.
Yeah, correct. Basically, and you just always set the QNH when the controller uses the phrase altitude, okay?
I will have that in mind from now on, yes.
Okay, that's perfect. And, okay, and another question I have to you. Why did you choose flight level 115? And at the first...
Sir, it was my mistake. I know the 0.5, so 5 feet, those 5 feet, it's are used in VFR flights. So
okay, perfect.
So I used to fly a VFR much before I joining the jets, so it was maybe for me I don't know how to say. I used to use that, but that's why.
Okay, no problem, Bogdan. It just